Hey everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. I hope you're all doing well today. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about unique two-colored commanders. So if you're looking for something a little bit different with your commander tables that has two-color identity, then this video is perfect for you. I've created a list of some real solid commanders here. I'm hoping you find something that you like. Before we start, a quick shout out to Paramount Designs. They make amazing playmats with great durability and artwork. If you are interested in picking up a new playmat, check out the link in my description below, which is offering a special discount code for my YouTube viewers. I've also got a Patreon, feel free to check that out. Again, link is in the description below. Okay, without further ado, let's dive into these unique two-colored commanders.
Number 1, Oona, Queen of the Fae. A legendary creature fairy wizard that costs 3 hybrid black or blue mana and 3 generic mana to cast. She has 5 power and 5 toughness and says the following. Flying. For X mana and either 1 black or 1 blue mana, choose a colour. Target opponent exiles the top X cards of their library. For each card of the chosen colour exiled this way, create a 1/1 blue and black fairy rogue creature token with flying. Oona is one highly unique commander. It's not often you see a commander that has the ability to exile the top cards from an opponent's library. Oona's ability is very cool. You can exile opponent's cards, which means you can highly disrupt their game plan and gameplay, especially if they've been tutoring things to the top of their decks or casting spells like Ponder. Oona's can completely wipe out their plans. Furthermore, this commander is also fantastic at creating 1/1 fairies with flying for us, which can be incredibly resilient once they've stacked up to a hefty number. Yep, this commander is cool and very unique. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 2, Liesa, Forgotten Archangel. A legendary creature fairy wizard that costs 1 black, 2 white and 2 generic mana to cast. She has 4 power and 5 toughness and says the following. Flying lifelink. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. This creature is great. It has flying and lifelink, meaning we can use it to gain life pretty easily as it has great evasiveness and decent power. Furthermore, its effect is crazy good. Whenever one of our creatures dies, we get to return it to our hand at the beginning of the next end step, meaning we can keep looping them with her ability, which is pretty bonkers, especially when matched with a creature that has a great ETB or death trigger. Also, if a creature an opponent controls dies, it is exiled. This is very good. Exiling is a very powerful mechanic. Once the card's gone, it's gone. And you can buy this commander for around $4. Number 3, Rakdos the Defiler. A legendary creature demon that costs 2 red and 2 black and 2 generic mana to cast. It has 7 power and 6 toughness and says the following. Flying Trample. Whenever Rakdos the Defiler attacks, sacrifice half the non-demon opponents you control, rounded up. Whenever Rakdos deals combat damage to a player, that player sacrifices half the non-demon opponents they control, rounded up. I think this commander is actually really good. Sure, Rakdos has a high mana cost of 6, which is, I agree, going to be a bit tricky to achieve in the Rakdos color pie. However, from a casual point of view, this commander is pretty sweet. If we can successfully cast Rakdos and give him some protection, such as Hexproof, we're going to be having an amazing time playing this commander. This demon absolutely screams aggressiveness, and once he gets going, can rapidly control the board, burning away opponent's creatures whenever it manages to land combat damage, and as long as those creatures aren't demons, of course. Overall, Rakdos offers a unique feel to the game with each of its attacks, and you can buy this commander for around $2.80. Number 4, Arjun the Shifting Flame. A legendary creature Sphinx wizard that costs 1 red, 1 blue and 4 generic mana to cast. It has 5 power and 5 toughness and says the following. Flying. Whenever you cast a spell, put the cards in your hand on the bottom of your library in any order, then draw that many cards. Check this commander out. Arjun is hyper unique, right? I mean, read that gnarly ability. I don't know any other commander that does the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. This comment really stands out. Arjun's ability allows you to draw a new hand whenever you cast a spell, effectively providing card advantage, but in a weird manner, as each time you do cast a spell, you throw away all the cards in your hand to the bottom of your library and draw a fresh amount of cards equal to the amount you've lost. However, this can help you maintain a steady flow of cards and keep your hand full, giving you more options and resources to work with, or at least help siphon through your deck to find a certain card that you're looking for. This commander offers a large combo potential as it interacts well with certain cards and strategies. Overall, I feel like building an Arjun deck could be a real challenge, but a highly rewarding one once it gets going. He truly is a unique commander, and if building difficult decks is your jam, then you'll love this commander. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 5. Gluntch the Bestower. A legendary creature jellyfish that costs 1 white, 1 green and 1 generic mana to cast. It has 0 power and 5 toughness and says the following. Flying. At the beginning of your end step, choose a player. They put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature they control. Choose the second player to draw a card, then choose a third player to create 2 treasure tokens. Watch out, Gluntch is going to eat your lunch. So yeah, I thought it was funny, I had to say it, I thought it was funny, I'm sorry guys. Right, Gluntch is a pretty wacky little jellyfish. This commander offers a strange spin to the commander games, as it pretty much is a group hug commander. Group hug is a deck archetype for multiplayer games. Often group hug decks do not have a way to win on their own. Instead, the goal of the player piloting is to extend the game as long as possible by supporting whatever player is currently behind and moderating the effects each player can play and resolve. It's a pretty fun mechanic to play around with, and 9 out of 10 times your opponents are going to love it. Why wouldn't they? They get free stuff from you, it's awesome. If you're into group hug, jellyfish and commanders with the name that sounds like lunch, then Gluntch is perfect for you. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 6. Killian Ink Duelist. A legendary creature human warlock that costs 1 black and 1 white mana to cast. He has 2 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Lifelink. Menace. This creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Spells you cast that target a creature cost 2 generic, less to cast. Okay, Killian might look a little weak at first glance. However, his abilities actually synergize very well, even though they may look a little simple and bland. Sometimes simplicity is powerful and more than enough to run the commander table you're on. I believe that with Killian, the most optimal way to build a deck like this is going the Voltron commander route, as he reduces each spell we cast on target creature we choose by 2 generic mana, which is actually pretty massive, as we can basically cast loads of spells on him to pump him up, and it will cost 2 less each time we do it. And it will turn Killian into a Voltron beast, as all spells we target with him are going to cost 2 generic mana less. Very nice, you can do a whole bunch of cool stuff with this. Furthermore, he has lifelink and menace built onto him, making him a deadly force indeed, with decent evasiveness and life gain to help us throughout the game. However, there are many other ways you can build a Killian deck, many of them being fantastic. For example, you could build a deck that focuses on destroying or hindering your opponent's creatures, as Killian's ability will also lower the casting cost of spells we cast that target opponent's creatures, which is awesome. If you have a removal spell that costs, let's say, 3 total mana, with 2 of those mana symbols being generic, you could cast the removal spell for just 1 mana instead. Very, very nice. I like it a lot. This works of course with higher CMC spells as well, making the deck flow very smoothly. Overall, Killian is indeed a unique commander with an interesting twist, and you can buy this commander for around 70 cents. Number 7. Blim, Comedic Genius. A legendary creature imp that costs 1 red, 1 black and 1 red mana to cast. It has 4 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Flying. Whenever Blim, Comedic Genius deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of target permanent you control. Then each player loses life and discards cards equal to the number of permanents they control but don't own. Okay, at first time reading this card and instantly I have to reread it to fully understand. Bit of a tricky one, but an awesome one. So it's a highly unique commander for sure. Few things to note with this crazy Comedic Genius. You have to keep this commander alive for as long as you can, so make sure to have protection spells in the deck. For Blim to be utilized, you have to be able to deal combat damage. Flying is good, but try and add some unblockable spells as well, so to make it a lot easier to hit opponents with. Now, the cool bit, you choose which permanent the player gains control of, not the player who was dealt damage. So make sure you have a bunch of horrendous items on the board to give away to your friends. They will hate you for it, but hey, if they are good friends, they shouldn't have any hard feelings after the game. Maybe in the next game though, they'd probably try to take you out as fast as possible, but hey, that's normal, this is a commander, yeah? If you do all of this, you will have a very fun and unique commander deck that revolves around gifting bad permanents to your opponents with the ability to drain their life totals and discard their cards. Blim is a real pest to play against, to be honest with you, but very fun to play if you do build one yourself. And you can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 8, the final card on my list, Varolz the Scar-Stripped. A legendary creature, troll warrior that costs 1 black, 1 green and 1 generic mana to cast. It has 2 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Each creature card in your graveyard has Scavenge. The Scavenge cost equal to its mana cost. Exile a creature card from your graveyard and pay its mana cost. Put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to that card's power on target creature. Scavenge only as a sorcery. Sacrifice another creature, regenerate Varolz the Scar-Striped. Okay, Varolz is an eccentric commander with a nice low casting cost. You can use Varolz as a Voltron commander, as he's excellent choice in my opinion. By utilizing his unique Scavenge ability, you can very rapidly build up a huge number of +1/+1 tokens onto Varolz, or any other creature you wish, to be honest, and turn them into massive attacking monsters. But I'll pick Varolz and try to swing for commander damage. I feel like this is probably the most optimal route. This commander also has a nice bit of protection stuck onto him as well, with that nice regeneration ability. Yep, this guy's pretty solid and very fun to play. And you can buy this commander for around 60 cents. Okay, we've arrived to the end of my video. What do you think of the commanders I've chosen? Do you have any recommendations on some unique 2-colored commanders? If so, let me know in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and always try my best to answer them all. I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, check out the 2 other videos that should have popped up on the screen. Please could drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep updated for more of my future commander content. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.